the Soul Coaching Oracle Show with Hannah Yamaya. What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your girl Hannah Yamaya here with love and relationship advice. And today I will be talking about different things that you can do to attract love in a relationship. So tune in as we talk about different things and how we can attract love in a relationship into our life. All right, be back soon with the podcast of love and relationship, how to attract love. All right. We start doing things in different manners. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is relationship mastery, using the law of love. The law of love. The universe is conspiring to bring you love from the moment you wake up to the minute your consciousness dozes off into any kind of peaceful slumber in the night. So sometimes when we go to sleep, we think about why we in love, who we in love with, and the universe. Sometimes how I look at it is the universe is at work, acknowledging the hundreds and of thousands of things that you are conspiring of, okay, or conspiring for you. So when we look for love, we have to think about the law of love, okay? And I'm going to explain the law of love after I talk about different things. So I want to talk about the primary relationship is within. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about how all other relationships are just projection and reflection of your ability or inability to love. And all of us have an ability to love, and all of us have an inability to love. And inabilities comes from the things that we go through. So first and foremost, the most important relationship is the one you have with yourself. And y'all remember, I don't know if y'all remember me telling you guys that the other night in my other life, when I say you have to build that relationship with yourself. All the other relationships are a reflection of that primary relationship within. And the inner work is to heal, to connect between you and your higher self. And every relationship that you encounter is an ultimate mirror that reflects the opportunity to grow. So grow and evolve. So relationships that are the platform for learning, for your spiritual growth, a sacred space to observe your limited beliefs, your misconceptions, your level of self-worth. But you have to pay close attention to the people you're attracting. Law of attraction, ladies. And so, and interaction with your life is how you can do the law of attraction. As you gain clarity and understanding of the deepest and the purest desires that you guys have when it comes to your heart, you're no longer accepting anything that does not align with your vision when it comes to love. And we don't understand. I feel like some of us don't understand that in order for us to have a relationship and to fall in love and to attract love, you have to have a relationship with yourself. And don't nobody get that. Don't nobody understand that. And when I say it, I even say that in regular life and to people that I'm friends with, and they look at me like, bitch, is you crazy? And I'm like, it's true. It's really true, because most people don't have a relationship with themselves. They get up, they don't think about what they're doing, they don't think about how they do it, they don't think about how the universe attracts what you attract. And so the most magical and mysterious and the mystical concept of the universal love, it guides all life, and it prevails, it heals, it surmounts, and sometimes it makes it seemingly impossible to love due to our actions. Okay, so we long for and we seek it deep inside our hearts at most profound levels of the soul. That's what we want. We want that. We seek for love. But when we seek it, we don't feel obligated to attract it. We attract it, and then we kind of like contradict ourselves. So right now, what I feel like when we birth love, we birth all creations and restores harmony. And the way to birth love is to start with yourself. Love is an intriguing human guiding forces, okay? Two humans guiding forces with power like no other. And love strips away everything that stands between you and it. But if you allow things to come in between you and love, then you losing yourself, you losing your authenticity, you're using your nature, and then that's when the unveil of your authentic nature starts to close down. We don't necessarily have to go through that if we tear down the walls of the belief system that we have, especially the women that kind of man bash or men hate. And I've seen a lot of women that bashes men or hate men or feel like men is the reason why they can't find love. Honestly, baby girl, you're the reason why you can't find love, because you are at a place where you're trying to be, oh, I don't think I can do this, they just hurt me. No, love don't hurt you, people hurt you. And only way you can hurt is if you do not have that relationship with yourself. You have to free yourself from these expectations that you have for love. Most of us have very high expectations of love, and then when we get into a situation or into a relationship, those expectations start to disappear. You don't see the expectations that you wanted from this person or this relationship. I always tell myself, I don't want to build this expectation of love if this person can't give it to me. So I go with the flow. I dismantle my mentality. So the concept of love, I can understand it when it's given to me. But if we have this little fairy tale thinking, oh, I'm going to get my knight in shiny armor and he's going to take me off my feet, that's not work. That's not right. Because now you're restricting love. You're restricting how love's supposed to be. That is in your mindset. We have to learn how to remain calm and not expect that, how can I put it? Not expect that way of thinking that this is how love's supposed to be. Because it's not right. It's not how it goes. Despite of the things that we go through, the advances, the combinations of knowledge, and as species, we struggle to immensely into the realm of relationships. We don't get relationships. We don't understand it. We just want it because we see everybody else got it. You have to let that misperception of love or that concept that you have of love go. If you want a relationship that is going to help you, when you fully embody, this is how you find a relationship, lady. This is how you find love. This is how you get a relationship. When you fully embody the essence of who you are and you want to attract and you want life to unfold spontaneously or instantly, it's the divine law of the universe to have that which you are, the law of attraction. Remember, we're talking about the law of attraction, the law of love. The law of attraction is the name given to the max like attract like. which is the new thought, the new philosophy. It kind of sums up the idea that by forcing on any positive or negative thoughts, a person can bring those positives or those negative experiences into his or her life. So a person that brings a positive thought on love going to get that love experience. A person that speaks negative on love going to get that negative experience. So in quantum physics, the law of attraction teaches us that the thoughts and your inner vibrational self are continually attracting your circumstances, your experiences. Furthermore, the evolution of the self and at large mankind. So if you are at a place in your life where you feel like nothing is going right in your relationship, what are you attracting? What are you speaking? What are you thinking? How is it coming the way you don't want it to come? Because based off of what you say, think, and speak, is going to automatically come into your existence. So the work remains at the same. It's involved decluttering your life from chaos. If you want love, you got to declutter. If you want a relationship, you got to declutter. You got to declutter chaos like miscommunication, clear up anything that is not what's powerful, what is a powerful desire. You got to let go of all the past relationships that you've been in, or all the people who is not clearly supporting you, benefiting you, and so that you can communicate to the universe your commitment, what it is that you're trying to commit to when it comes to love. You got to stop sending mixed messages to the universe, basically saying, I want love, and then next thing you know, you do something different. You got to stand in absolute clarity of who you are and what you want in order for love to be absolutely what you is. So if you're desiring this love, you have to learn how to hold a sacred place for divine love to emerge and be received. So if you want to know how to bring in love into your life by using the law of attraction, first you must become the love of your own life. Okay? Knowing that love only comes from the source within and it radiates out, and the reflection from the one. Okay? So step one, you have to wake up and discover who you are, how you relate to what and how you relate to what does and what does not occur within your relationships. Example, I am someone who gets upset when my partner is late for our dates. I am someone who enjoys being intimate. Next thing you got to do is decide and choose if you wish to continue being who you are in your relationship. Example, I do not wish to be someone who keeps getting upset when someone shows up late. I do wish to be someone who enjoys intimacy. Step 2, reprogram your thinking. Ways of being through meditation, expanding your consciousness, affirmations, visioning intuition, and being mindful. Okay, sometimes we got to use mindfulness when we're trying to bring love into our life. So command your subconscious and the subjective mind and the universal law of conviction of your heart. So basically, you got to reprogram your mind, reprogram your thinking, try to get back on the level of mindfulness. So step 3, you got to align with the truth of who you are. The laws of the universe as you practice being authentic, transparent, while staying in harmony and peace. Follow your bliss. Understand who you are. Be in control of you. That's how you can bring love into your life. The next step is affirming by creating your life purpose statements and your daily spiritual practice. Live your truth. So if there's something that you're trying to attract with love, then you need to say, I love unconditionally, and I am loved unconditionally. So you can bring that love into your life. So I want to talk to you guys about the law of love. We have to love without limits. Law informs creation, and the law is the internal mechanism of life that guides all things to order, harmony, and love. So if the creation process is inverted to create chaos or harm or disorder, this law will be bound. It bounds and it kind of affects everything. So Love is a expression and an expansion of your spirit, your higher self through desire in terms of creation, through you as you. So all of life is designed to awaken the self to the greater love. We have to love without limits, no matter what. If there's any animosity in your mind, any hate in your soul, you gotta let that go. Because in order to find love, you have to love yourself and you have to love everybody else without any limits. I don't want to say I don't never say I love you, but don't ever put but at the end of I love you, but this is this and this and this. Because now you're not loving without limits. You're just loving and there is limits. You got to fix this. You got to do this. You got to do that. We have to learn how to be in control of what it is that we want. Okay? We have to be in control of what it is that we want. So, my question to you, what things do you like within the relationships that you have with people? I've been in a relationship for 8 years, and I can honestly tell you guys, the things that I like about my relationship is we communicate well. We communicate so well that we get to a point where we do not look at each other sideways. We do have high expectations for each other, but we do not have high expectations for the love that we have for each other because it's undefined. So when you limit to your beliefs about love, you will be able to bring love into your life in a different way. So the next thing I want to talk about is we're talking about the love and relationship thing, but we want to talk about the one. You are the one you've been waiting for. Okay. Now this is talking about building that relationship with yourself. Life does not give you people you want. It gives you the people you need to love you, to hate you, to make you, to break you, and to make you the person you were meant to be. Life didn't bring you guys in my life and just for me to come in here and tell you guys, oh, this is how you got to do it. This is when you got to do it. Life brought me in y'all's life because we needed each other. So before you awaken, you always have to know that the one is always you. You're the one you've been searching for. A lot of people are searching for love and they still not looking at that they the one that they've been searching for. This is who you searching for. In modern culture, it is customary practice to place the concept of the one outside of yourself. That's how we think. We think the person that is the one is not ourselves, it's someone else. Believing that you need another person to complete you, or you cannot find true fulfillment without that missing part of the whole. Spiritual work shifts that you limited that concept from outside the self to within. We all have to look for us. This is us. We're looking at us, finding that one person inside of us. That can be your higher self, that can be your spirit self, that can be your potential self. But you got to find the one has to be you all along. When you want love, and you have to be you. Okay? You have to find you. It is always and has always and will always be you that you are searching for. You are amazing. We all are amazing people that shines and radiates from inside out when you love yourself. That is the first relationship that you have to find, is loving and finding yourself and knowing that you was the missing part of your life. You the one that makes your life complete. You the one that holds that sacred space for yourself. In turn, how sacred space for your beloved is called self-love is the key. And I talked about self-love a couple days ago. So being the one, you're no longer seeking eternal validation. There's no any false identities, no roles, no titles. You ask yourself, what can I bring to life? Instead of asking, what can life bring to me, is what can I bring to life? Because remember, the law of action is you create your own life. Life owes you no loyalty. But if you want this life, you're going to create it. You're going to bring it to life because you know who you are. Becoming the one is taking full responsibility for creating your own experience, circumstances, and the expressions of all relationships. The one attracts the perfect expressions of love and relationship. When you get in touch with your internal aspects of life, of yourself, you emit the magical glow. And I can probably name about 7 to 10 people in here that is still trying to find that one, which is them, their self. When you stand in this power, in this empowerment space, chaos and deceit it melts away from from all circumstances, even in your love life. You become sorry guys, you become determined to live a radical life, extraordinary life, an extraordinary life. You know your birthright and you become clear of your soul. Every cell of your body, with conviction of your heart, you become the pillar to everyone in your life solely by what you embody. Okay? You are the essence. You are the essence of love through the ability to take care and love yourself while loving others more profoundly. Love without limit. So when you find that partner, that romance, that friendship, that marriage, and all relationships become fulfilling on all levels, you have become liberated through self-expressions and extraordinary communication. And this is the transcending experience when you give and serve others, believing in your own potential, their own potential, and awakening the relationships that become a platform of birthing all types of creativity to this world. This is a calling for greater purpose. This could be the art, the children, or a company that is conscious and makes a big difference. So right now, have you found the one? Have you found yourself? Did you know that you are the one that completes your life? Can anybody answer that? So unique expressions of love exist for each of us. We all have it in our own authenticity. So what is right for one individual may be completely different for another person. That means my experience in love may not be your experience, okay? And you must find your truth and accept this notion, okay? So just because I feel like my love life is completely okay, doesn't mean that if I tell you this is how I do my relationship, oh, this is what I do for my man, and this is what, that may not work for you, okay? Some people choose to be clearly monogamous, okay? While others love being single and dating multiple people. I'm just the person that rather be with one person and one person only. There are all types of diversity and diverse ways that people love one another. We all love each other differently. Living authentically is and transparently way to living a powerful and a joyful life. Okay, what I desire for you to live unbound within your unique and individual truth is to live your life authentically. Okay, being happy, being joyous, being peaceful. Be that what you can seek. The most important thing that we can do to call in the one is to be the one. Okay, be our own one. Okay, be the equivalent of the type of person you seek. That basically saying, if you want somebody to love you unconditionally, you got to love yourself unconditionally for someone else to come into your life and make it better. This is how the law of attraction works. You must ask yourself who you are in the realms of a relationship. Is this what you want? Do you want somebody to treat you like shit, or do you want someone to treat you like the world? Love is like electricity following through you, okay? It's flowing through you and it's transmitting and vibrationally from cell to cell. Like, can give light, warmth, and energy if it's used constructively, okay? Or it can cause harm or pain. As you awaken, you may come to realize that the love works in the same way as all life. As one gives, so do they receive. Okay, love is of your cause and effect. It's called like the law of cause and effect. Whatever you do can affect the person. Whatever you cause can affect someone around you. Can affect the whole world. To be honest with you, it's the law of giving and receiving. What you put out comes back. How it comes back, it may not be from the exact person or the exact circumstances, but it comes back in a symphonic karmatic way. Karmatic debt. I talks about karmatic debt all the time. And a lot of people that comes in my live wants a love reading, trying to figure out, well, why this happened to me? Well, guess what, baby girl? Sometimes it comes from karmatic debt. What you did to somebody in your past life, how you did it, when you did it. It doesn't come when it happens. It comes when you least expecting it. And I noticed that when karmatic debt comes back into your life, it comes back into your life when you really love someone and they fuck you over and they hurt you. When you open up and allow yourself to love that person and they fuck you over, that's karmatic debt. And you all in your feelings, you all emotional, you don't know how to sleep, you don't know that you're sleeping, you can't sleep. You just got a lot of shit on your mind. So when you allow love to flow through you, it automatically reflects through the law right back at you. So whatever you do reflects. It's a reflection. It's like a fucking mirror. That's what it is. It's a big fucking mirror. We have to open ourselves up and shift in all life, including love, and understand that love is no longer looking to the outside world for change. You must first change yourself and be that which you seek before the internal world. And we'll show, this is going to show up with happiness, fulfillment. It comes within. The love comes from within. And for those out here that's seeking love and want love, you got to be open to letting love come from within. You got to be open to loving yourself. As you step into a sacred playground to express and share love, you see how one of the main purposes of a relationship is to discover who you are. How you relate in relations is to do what does and does not occur. Once you discover and acknowledge the reality or the relativity of how you respond to love, then you have a choice. You have a choice what you're going to do. Either unbound love Become responsible for your life, for your love life. Live your truth. Love is the only truth. But just because you love someone does not mean you can be in a relationship with that person. There are major distinctions between functioning and dysfunctioning relationships. And most of us have dysfunctioning relationships because we allow the relationship to be dysfunctional. Being in a relationship involves workability, agreements, purpose, intentions, objects, barriers, and freedom. So right now you have to set your intentions and conjure your perfect scene. What it is that you want, how you want. Are you being the person that you want to be? What do you need to work on with yourself? What do you need to become to attract that person? Now search within and ask the universe to help you envision the person you need to become, the one. Find clarity, set your intentions of what you want from you and your partner, and then hold that vision. And do not allow any limited beliefs, fear, doubt into your mind. The true masters of manifesting does not allow any negative to enter the mind. She or he simply let go of trying to control how his dreams will manifest and lives on the faith of knowing that it's already done. So focus on embodying being the person you need to be through expanding your consciousness, allowing yourself to live fully. Love your birthright. It is who you are. And when you know who you are and you step powerfully into loving yourself, you'll naturally call it an unbounded and limitless love. Learn the truth and it will set you free and to love beyond your wildest dreams. This is a good time to be that which you speak. Basically, the law of attraction. Anything that you think or speak, negative or positive, is going to be the things that you get. So be who you want to be. Be who you want to be with. If you want to be with someone that is loving, unconditional, pure, then you need to be loving, very loving, unconditional, and pure. Nice, happy. You got to be that person. You got to find that person. Because you want someone that's going to marry you in the relationship. You want someone that's going to love the way you love. You're going to want someone that thinks the way you think. You got to be that which you seek. Whoever it is that you're trying to, whoever this man, just dream knight in shining armor guy that you're trying to manifest, you got to be that person too. Or you're going to miss out. And you're going to find yourself with someone that is not who you wanted to be with. All right. So I'll be back tomorrow to talk about sexuality, what love got to do with it. Until then, you guys, y'all stay tuned. I'll be back. Okay. Love and light. Hey, love. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. So we got Miss Maria here. And I wanted to, we were,
Oh, hold on. I need to
okay.
see that so I can
So
hear.
we're talking about love and relationships and how you can use the law of attraction to attract love, and understanding that you are the one that you've been searching for in your love life. What I was saying in the last segment was that most people attract people that they don't want in their life just because of they want too much. They have too much expectations of who they want in their life. And you posted, for me, I think that if you want someone in your life, you want to act as if they already there, but you want to attract the person that's just like you, what you want and what you will give in a relationship, how you want to give it, who you want to be. How do you feel about that?
I think that's real. I think for a lot of people, I know myself personally, it took me a long time. Like, I'm almost 30 years old, and it took me a time and going through, multiple relationships to realize that the thing I was attracting was really toxic for me. It was almost like I felt like I needed to fix somebody. Like, I don't know if it goes back to me being a mother for so long, or, so it's just a nurturer in me. So, I mean, I don't know exactly, but it was always like I acted. It was, we would, especially like my last relationship, we would be together for 12 years. We were so in love, but it was so bad. Like, it was so toxic.
Right.
And it was like, no matter what, we didn't realize that. And I used to feel like, the beginning, like when he would cheat on me, I would be like, okay, if I show him that I can deal with this, that I can put up with this, that I'm strong enough to make it through this, then that just shows him that, I got him, that we're going to make it through this. No, that shows him your ass, and you're going to let him do whatever he wants to do.
Because if you allow them to do it, no matter if it's a male or a female, then that's basically who you are. Right. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times we attract the opposite of what we want in life. And sometimes we do that by contradicting ourselves. Okay, this is who I am. You know what I'm saying? This is what I want. And most of the time we put our energy on, I want a man with a job, and I want a man that got a house, a car, and the kids. And then you may not have a job, a house, or a car. You know what I'm saying? Most people don't understand is if this is
right,
if this is who you are, then you got to find someone that's going to marry you. You can't expect for the opposite to have everything when you don't have everything. And that's where we kind of get shit fucked up, because to be honest with you, the law of attraction is basically saying anything that you attract is what you would get. It's kind of like, girl, we lost connection.
No, that whole thing just cut off.
Right. But yeah, it's kind of like if you think positive or speak positive, then you're going to get that positive experience. But if you think negative and you speak negative, then you're going to get that negative experience. And that's the law of attraction. Basically, like attract like. And a lot of people don't use that when it comes to their love and their relationships. They use what they think they want, and then they contradict themselves. Like, I met this one girl a couple weeks ago. She wanted love, but she felt like don't nobody love her. She wanted all these things from a man that he possibly couldn't give to her, because he's energy too, he's human too. And most of the time I always tell my clients, in order for you to love somebody or someone to love you, you got to love yourself. You got to build that relationship with yourself, know who you are. Because if you don't know who you are, then how the fuck you expect this man to know who the fuck you are? Right.
And it's really hard for us as women to realize that. It's really hard. I mean, I feel like it has a lot to do with our backgrounds, with growing up. When I was younger, I pretty much grew up with my dad. I mean, I had my stepmom until I was like 11 or 12, but then it was just pretty much me and my dad. And I was cool with that. Like, it was the best thing in the world to me. But even my dad trying to teach me to be a strong woman, there still used to be times I would never forget it. There still used to be times. And mind you, this still to this day is my favorite person in this world. He's not even here anymore. That's my favorite person in the universe. But I'll never forget, he used to tell me, Maria, you need a man to do this for you. You need a man to do that for you. You need a man to do this
Right.
and that. And it used to make me mad. And I used to be like, Daddy, how could you, of all people, tell me that I need a man to do anything for me? And it almost gave me like this stigma when I was, in the earlier, like in my 20s, it almost gave me this stigma like I was hell bent on not needing a man. Right. That it's not that you need a man. It's just, I mean, like me and you both got hella kids. Like I have 6 kids. It's not that I need a man, but you don't want to. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have 5 sons. I'm extremely loved. You know what I'm saying? By I have more guy friends than I have girlfriends. So I'm not in need of, male figures around me to love me. It's just that different. It's the being in love. And like, I just got to a point where I used to want to not even want to be in love because I was in love. I was with their daddy for 12 years. I was with my first kid's dad for 5 years. So it wasn't even wanting to be in love. I was in love. And now, like, I've been single for like 2.5, almost 3 years.
Right.
And I asked myself, you
said something that stuck out. It's not about needing a man. It's about it's about that man coming in and making your happiness even more happy. You know what I'm saying? Even more better. A lot of people think that having someone else to complete their happiness is about having a luxury life. You're the only one that completes your happiness. The man or the woman is just a part of it. They are part. Right. Yes.
And you're not going to have that man or woman until you really realize.
So a lot of women and men, I'm not going to just say women, but men, they feel that, okay, well, I'm not happy. It's up to you to make me happy. But then we have those women that are like, oh, well, I'm not happy in a relationship. So what you going to do about it? And it's the mindset that we have as humans, because society has it where they think we have to find happiness within someone else. No, we can't depend on anybody in this universe, not even Jesus, to make us happy. We have to make ourselves happy, and it's basically using the law of action. You create the life you want.
Right. Exactly. That's what I told somebody. I think I told my little sister not long ago, because I've questioned you about spiritual things. I come to you more than I come to anybody about it. And, I just really, at the end of the day, I told her, I said, I used to teach Sunday school when I was a kid. So, you know what I'm saying? Like growing up, I believed in the Bible, and I still believe some things in my Bible. You know what I'm saying? It's just something like, hold on now. But at the end of the day, just like when you talk about Jesus turning water into wine, that's a whole nother subject though. But what I'm saying, I just had to tell her that at the end of the day, no matter if I look into the church, you know what I'm saying? Like we used to go to church all the time. If I look into my spirituality, if I look into world religion, into different religions and spiritualities, at the end of the day, it's like...
Right. Exactly.
The commonality in all of it is that you got to get up off your ass and go get it. Period. You can... Right, no matter what it is, you can pray, you can hold crystals, you can wear crystals around your neck, you can, you know what I'm saying, do your altar work, you can do all that.
Right, you gotta.
None of this is going to come to you.
Yeah, you gotta know your truth. You gotta know your truth. You gotta be in control of
like you just said.
A lot of people want to control love. Everybody want to control. Right. That's what it is. Society has it where you feel the need to control love, wealth, whatever, relationships. And we don't. Right. That's how chaos. That's why the world is in so much chaos.
That's why we want to go through.
There's so many people are giving
stuff like that,
giving power to people that don't deserve that power. You know what I'm saying? The power is already within you. So if you know your truth, then you'll be able to set free to love beyond any limits, any wildest dreams. So if you honestly seeking something, seek yourself. Be that which you seek. Whatever you seek is what you need. And the person that anybody, and if you're listening to this house and this podcast, If you're seeking
True.
love, the love that you need to be seeking right now, if you're single, even if you're not single and you're looking at your man or you're looking at your woman like, damn, do I really want to be in this relationship? The question you need to be asking yourself, well, what the fuck am I seeking? Are you being that what you seek in this relationship? Do you think that this is the time for you to be trying to ask yourself, well, do I want this relationship? No, the question you need to be asking yourself is, what kind of relationship do I have with myself? Because if you're questioning the next person, the problem is you. You don't have a relationship with yourself. You don't love yourself enough for both of you. You know what I'm saying? Because you expect too much from your significant other, which can cause chaos, and chaos causes confusion, and confusion just causes a lost self.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And most people be like, well, why do you say that, Hannah? I said, because look at the world. Everybody, if you look, okay, we live in Statesville. If you look in Statesville, North Carolina, which is a small ass town, everybody running around here with their head cut off. You know what I'm saying? Everybody out here is fucking, sucking, everything. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is trying to build a relationship with themselves because they're too busy trying to find happiness with sex and with somebody else. That's why it's chaotic. That's why it's so fucking chaotic out here, because nobody
else. Yeah. It like takes up so much time, like all of that time and effort. That's what you have to not even you know, all listening, all of us, like we have to realize, especially as women, you know, we're automatically naturally more emotional than the men are. We you know, it's more about most of us anyways, I'd like to say it's more about, you know what I'm saying, the way you click with somebody in the beginning. So, but as women, especially in Statesville, and you know, I'm from Statesville. I live back in Statesville now, but I lived in Winston-Salem for 12 years, and it showed me like that was the best thing that ever happened to me. I wish I could go back right now. It was the best thing that ever happened to me, because it's just like, it just shows you it's so much more to the world. Like, while we're in Statesville, we get so captivated by who did this and who's looking and talking in the inbox and blah blah blah.
Right,
blah,
because
blah,
she's
like,
giving because she's giving too much energy to everything else but herself.
Do, honey, let that baby go.
And energy.
Right, and that's, I mean, you have to do that. Like, I learned so many, and mind you, the day I learned this lesson, I found out that the man I thought I was going to spend the rest of my life with was sleeping with my neighbor, literally the person who lived right beside me when I would leave and go to work and school every day. He would put my baby to bed. Our daughters were almost the same age. They would put the babies to sleep and they were sleeping together. And, you know, that's personal information. But the day that I learned that lesson, I learned I wouldn't, if I ever feel like I need to pick up your phone and go to it, honey.
A lot of times, you know what, we
do not need to be on
that.
I
came to a conclusion that whether or not people believe this or not, we all are connected. No matter what they do, how they do it, when they do it, we all are connected. Every last one of us, everybody across the sea, everybody that is not in Statesville, everybody that's in Pennsylvania, Georgia, wherever you at, we all connected. And so how we're connected is through past life. We're connected because we all are energy. We all are divine. We all became oneness when we was born into this world. You know what I'm saying? So no matter how we do it, when we do it, anything that I do is going to affect the whole world. Anything that you do is going to affect the whole world. It's called the law of cause and effect, which is kind of like a ripple effect. If I cause the problem, you're going to be affected by the problem. You know what I'm saying? So in some way and somehow, no matter how we are, that's why we got retrogrades that comes every so often, right? No matter how we see it, every time a retrograde in Mercury comes, someone is always affected by something. And it doesn't matter who did it. You probably don't even know the person and you affected by it. You know what I'm saying? You're affected by the outcome, affected by the cause. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times that happens in relationships, that happen in love. infidelity, you know what I'm saying, communication problems, you know, just things that happens in a relationship affects everybody, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of times we got to be mindful about what it is that we say, think, or even do, you know what I'm saying, because it affects most people. It affects all people.
Right. And you should, you know, as people, I kind of feel like that comes back to, you know, the old saying, they say, didn't your mama always tell you treat people how you want to be treated? That goes back to attracting what you want. You know what I'm saying? You have to play that role. You have to be the person that you want to be with. You have to be that person. And then you may not always, that may not always be reciprocated to you.
Right.
And
you still have that karmic debt.
Probably not going to be reciprocated to you. But you have to have that backbone. Right. Stand up straight with your shoulders back. And one day, you know, it's gonna come back. It's gonna work. It's gonna come back. It's not gonna, you know, I like to believe deep in my soul that you're not gonna go, you know, I'm not gonna go my whole life being the person playing the role that I want to somebody to play for me.
Exactly.
And then it never be given back to me.
It's called the law of compensation. You get what you give.
I mean, if you,
I mean, you know what I'm saying? If you go to the store and pay $1 for some earphones, you gonna get some bullshit earphones. You get what I'm saying? So like, it's basically like if you compensate in love, then you got to give it exactly the way you want it to be given to you. And a lot of people don't get that, and that's how people get fucked up in relationships, and not just relationships when it comes to a couple, but in relationships with friends and family, because you got those people that think they can say and do anything they can to you, and you don't, and it doesn't bother you, and it doesn't affect you. You know what I'm saying? And it does. A lot of people don't understand it.
And people try to, and that's, you know, like my oldest son, he's almost 16 years old, and he suffers from depression, but it's because he tries to act like things that people say and do to him don't bother him.
No, you can.
He wants to be hard. It's all good. Whatever. It's all good. I don't need that person. Fuck you. I mean, freak you. Sorry. You know, it's like, whatever. I don't need that person. Whatever. I'm good. So then he just, you know what I'm saying, walks away from the situation. He don't want to talk about it.
That causes a lot of depression and stress.
He just want to cut that person, burn that bridge. But
right. So
yes, he internalizes it, and it causes him bad depression.
No,
so, you know, just like I say, it's not 9 times out of 10. You're not gonna get,
and that's how you be in control of you. Because you can't control.
You still got to
give
your genuine self.
And that's why I be trying to tell people that I teach, and people and of course you'll see me say that in my groups on Facebook. You can't control everything. Everything is not meant to be controlled. Okay, yes, in life there is a little bit of manipulation. Manipulation is good to a certain extent. But control is not manipulation. Control is chaos. And most of the time, the chaos comes from the mind. It comes from within. You create your own chaos. That's why I always...
Because you think in your mind of the things you can control and the things you can't control, and how you should be able to change it so you can control or manipulate it so you can control it. You can't control most things. I mean, you know, you might be going your whole day through. Damn, I'm sticking this shit today. I'm busting all these moves. I'm hitting everything like I need to get it done. Everything is in. Bye, y'all. Bitch, something happened. So, you know what I'm saying? You have to control. At that point, you got to take a step back and be thankful for everything that you got done.
You gotta make sure that when you
reaction to that, you know what I'm saying, bumping your road.
You got to change yourself, and that's kind of like external work. That's kind of like shadow work. Shadow work is good. Everybody needs shadow work when it comes to any situation or any relationship, because most of the time you got those people that just only think for themselves, only think about themselves in a relationship, and people, I don't know how many people out here that believe in karmic debt, past life, incarnation, but reincarnation, but that shit is real. Okay. Uh-huh.
Okay, tell me this. Give me a praise break right quick. Tell me this. What can you do
Mm-hmm.
about that? Because when I heard you first mention something about karmatic debt, I think we was on the live session,
Okay,
and
so
I
first
feel like
thing,
it made a lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what can you do about it? You
so
just
this is what
you
I
just gonna
this
leave
is
your
what
ass
I
getting fucked up dealing with
this
shit?
is what I learned about karmic
I'm
debt.
like, hold on,
Okay,
wait a
you
minute.
don't know what
You're
you did in your past life. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that each and every living human has had multiple past lives. You could have been a thief in your past life. Your soul could have lived in the 1600s. You know what I'm saying? Your spirit could have lived in the 1600s. So things that you did in the 16, say for instance, if you was a high priestess in the 1600s, but you was stealing, okay? You was stealing from your boyfriend, your mother, the king, the queen. You know what I'm saying? You was just a fucking thief, but you was so fucking smart. You know what I'm saying? You love children. Yeah. So the how you pay, how you
have to pay for
get, you
that all
can't get
20.
rid of your karmic debts, but you can forgive them. You know what I'm saying? So the way to get to not have karmic debts over and over and over, you want to forgive yourself and the people for what you think they have done and what you think you have not done or what they have not done. Because a lot of times just understanding what you did is kind of like a lesson and a blessing. You know what I'm saying? There's a blessing in every lesson. So once you learn that lesson, you won't make that same mistake over and over. The people that keep making these recurring patterns are just dealing with karmic debt because they haven't learned, they haven't mastered the lesson from the last time in their past life. So things that come from their past life kind of comes in their present life. And if they don't realize it in their present life, it's going to go into their future life. And then it's just going to keep going and going and going until their spirit, till their body die and their spirit moves on to another body. So your spirit.
So it's kind of like
right.
you
It's kind of
gotta
like in the
admit
Bible, you
and
know how
let
they say
go and heal
repent.
from shit that you don't even know may have happened.
It's kind of like repenting. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like repenting from the sins that you have did. You know what I'm saying? Like how it's kind of like the Bible, how Jesus say we are sinners. Repent, or cleanse yourself from all your sins. You know what I'm saying? That's why people get baptized, to cleanse themselves, their energy, their aura from all the sins that they did. That's karmic. Yeah, internally.
Right. They tell you to ask for forgiveness, but really you have to forgive yourself internally.
It's different ways to explain it. And it's kind of like what the church says. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like what the pastors say. But the pastor used different words. And in the spiritual realm, in the spiritual aspect, it's kind of like forgiving yourself from the things that the unknown and the known. That's why it's important for us to like take spiritual baths. It's kind of like a baptism. You just giving yourself you baptizing yourself in the bathtub. You know what I'm saying? Or you taking a spiritual shower in the shower. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't understand. Right. It's like it's just like like how the church is. You know what I'm saying? Certain things that we do in spirituality is kind of like people that are in church and religious as fuck. It's kind of like that, but you don't got nobody putting hands on you but you and your spirit. You know what I'm saying? So back to I want to talk about your business. What do you do? I know you're starting a business and I want to help you get your little clientele up and all this thing.
Okay, it's kind of, trying a little bit of new stuff. But I mean, I am a licensed cosmetologist. I actually have a cosmetology license and a cosmetology educator's license. I used to teach at the cosmetology school in Greensboro. It's called Health and Style Institute. But so I do hair, but I'm licensed, certified, whatever you want to call it, to do hair, nails, facials. I don't really speak, but I can. But I am, my main business goal, that I'm working on recently. I am gonna start. I'm gonna call it a self-care lounge for the simple fact that I don't
Right.
want males to feel put out, like they're not welcome. But at the same time, it is going to cater to women. It's going to be a waxing service, actually. It's really not something that's offered in Statesville much. And when it is offered places around us, it's fucking expensive. Like, I don't know about other ladies. I do know a couple of my girls go to like Huntersville and get theirs done. Their Brazilian wax is done, is what I'm speaking of, y'all. Let me not beat around
Can
the
I
bush.
say something to you though? You know what you should also invent into this, because if it's based about self-love, you should provide Yanni steams after they get that Brazilian wax.
Oh yes, girl. That's the actual name of it. Actually, since you even brought that up, let me go ahead and take a step back right quick. Shout out to my brother Shaheem Stevenson, Smokey the Bear, album coming out December 13th, I think. He helped me come up with the name of my business. It's actually called Bunani's Self-Care Lounge. And I don't know what that stands for, but you know what I'm saying? To me, it sounds like beautiful punanis. So I'm just a product of my environment, and that's where.
Do you have any products that you will be selling? What motivated you to start a new business?
It's not something. Okay, number one, like I say, I lived in Winston-Salem for 12 years. It's not something actual. Like you can you can go anywhere to any nail shop around here and get your eyebrows waxed. Yes. What a lot of women do not realize is, y'all, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to throw shade on nobody. I'm sorry. I promise I'm not, but I'm going to keep it real. I guarantee you 95 to 97% of those ladies in there waxing y'all's eyebrows are not certified and licensed to do so. I guarantee you they've never been professionally trained to do that. It's just something they practice on their own. They know they can sell it in their nail shops. So ladies go in there to get their nails done. They can get their eyebrows waxed for $8. Yeah, let me get that too. But they're not trying to do that. And it's more about the skincare aspect. So that was a large thing that motivated me. The Brazilian waxes are not something that's offered around here. It's a little bit in Mooresville, but not much. Once again, let me go back to that. When I travel to get my Brazilian waxes, dog, I pay like $50. Once you add a tip, it's like $54, $55, maybe $56, $57. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention, I drive 25 to 30 minutes away to get it done or more. So you pay to do it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to stop and eat, all of that. So I want to bring it here. I want to offer it to, you know what I'm saying, more women. Me personally, I started getting Brazilian waxes because of skincare issues, razor bumps, reaction to the shaving, stuff like that. Just much better for your skin. I will be offering products. The waxing, as far as that goes, I don't really feel like I need to offer any products, because I'm going to handle that whole service for you. But there are things such as chemical exfoliants. It's almost like a roll-on deodorant that you can put on, like when you get out of the shower after your service, you know, before you put your lotion and stuff on. That will virtually eliminate all of any type of reaction that you may have to the depilatory action, meaning me removing your hair. So I will be able to, you know, and I want to do that as well, because that's something else. Once again, not being funny, but I'm from here, and I just know, you know, I never even learned about skincare, especially in my woman parts, you know, until I moved away from here. And you go to bigger places and you be like, oh shit, hold on. Okay, let me see what this is about. And actually, shout out to Camille Cotton. I'm also going to offer vajazzling. I'm probably going to have, you know, ladies do a lot of boudoir, like sexy photo shoots nowadays. So I'm probably going to have somebody that, you know, I can set up. I'm going to do like a package deal where I can set up some stuff like that. And I don't know if y'all know what vajazzling is, but it's kind of like putting jewels, like Swarovski, however you say that word. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. It's kind of like putting crystals on putting pretty stuff on your hoo-ha, shiny stuff. So y'all can Right.
know
You can
exactly
Google
what
it.
you're
You can
talking
look it up,
about.
get an idea of what I'm talking about. So I'm going to offer that.
Mhm.
I'm going to offer that as well for the sexy photo shoots. And my little side business that I'm hustling up, I'm doing this at the Day of the Diva hair show.
So you're
I've
gonna
been
sell them
making
in
waist
your
beads for a
shop? Is
little
you gonna
bit
sell
now,
them in your shop too?
and I really enjoy.
Great, that's great. So
Yes, yes,
is
yes.
there a
I'm gonna
link
sell
that
waist
they can
beads in my
follow
shop
you
too.
on to figure out what it is that you do?
Right now, my both of my pages are still in the process because I was doing them myself, but then I was like,
Uh-huh.
hold on, y'all, I got way too much. I don't know if I can do this by myself. So I
Mhm.
got somebody else that is helping me work on the pages for that. But at this point, you can go to anybody can go to my Facebook page. It's my real name, Maria Beckett. Um, you can. There's pictures on there of the waist beads that I've made. There's a little bit of information. I'll go on there and reshare just so it's easy for anybody trying to look. I'll go on there and reshare the post that I made about both of the businesses. So, just in case anybody wants to see any information. But if you have any questions or anything about anything like that, you can look me up, inbox me at Maria Beckett. On Instagram, it's True to You Styling, TRU
So
underscore
thank
number
you
two
so much,
underscore
y'all.
wild.
Go ahead and check her out if you live in the local North Carolina, Charlotte, surrounding areas. Come and check her out. When is your grand opening? Like, when is you going to provide these services to the public?
Grand opening will be after the hair show in January, which is January 18th. I may do a sneak opening before then if I can get everything to work out. I made a post one day. I might be, bringing it sooner than expected. And if I can get it worked out, I'm definitely going to. And I will leave all of that information on my Facebook page. And I'll also leave information on my Facebook page.
All right. So thank you,
for
Maria, for joining me. And I love having this conversation with you. So if you would like to join me again when you get ready to have your grand opening to market your business, let me know. And thank you so much for joining.
Yes, ma'am. And y'all, when y'all come to the Day of the Diva hair show, I'm gonna be giving out new customer discounts.
All right,
for the
y'all heard it. So if you are in
well.
Statesville or Trotman, Mooresville, Charlotte, Winston-Salem, Greensboro, come and check out the Days of the Diva extravaganza. I did the show. I actually did the first show, first show that was ever when she first started it. I was a vendor there, so definitely go check it out. I had fun the last time, so that was like in 2017, 2016, or one of those years. So definitely come and check it out.
Yeah, right. I just went last year. It definitely was fun. It was so fun. This year, I'm a vendor with the waist beads, the B90s, and I'm somebody's model, girl. I'm losing my mind.
So y'all definitely come and check it out. Come on my page. I will have all this information posted up on my page, The Soul Coaching Oracle, or Sacred Creation and Healing. I will have all Maria Beckett's information about the Days of the Diva and her business. So y'all have a blessed day, and stay tuned for the ending of this segment. All right, Maria. All right, y'all. Y'all be careful.
Yourself. Y'all have.
So, you guys, that was the segment, Love and Relationships, and I really hope you guys enjoy it. And the inspiration of today for you guys is the universe is going to pour its abundance out to you. So be open. So whatever you're thinking or speaking negative on your situation, anything in your love life or anything in your relationship, be positive, because the universe is definitely sending you some positive abundance and you got to be open to receiving it. So it's your soul coaching oracle, Hannah Yamaya, and I am out. Peace, love, and light to you guys, and have a blessed day. It's the Soul Coaching Oracle Show. Have a good night.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.